There are times in life when a person reaches a point so low, even breathing feels heavy. Michael had never imagined life would take him there.
This is Beyond Stories, where every story carries a lesson, and every lesson touches the heart. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a story that could inspire your next step. Now, let's go deeper into the story.
That evening, Michael sat on the concrete steps behind the shopping mall, the place where no customers go, only workers trying to breathe for a minute. His uniform was damp with sweat. His hands smelled like cleaning chemicals. His shoes, old and torn, barely holding together. He had just been laughed at again. Two teenagers had pointed at his shoes that afternoon. "Bro, look at that man's shoes. They look older than my grandfather." They laughed at him loudly, and their voices echoed all over the street. This was painful, but Michael didn't shout. He didn't cry. He just swallowed the pain. He felt like life had already written his story, and it wasn't a good one. He whispered, "Why do I even bother?" Just then, Peter, his friend, walked up slowly and stood beside him. Peter was his best friend. Their friendship started in childhood. He sat down gently, and for a moment they said nothing. Then Peter spoke. "Do you know the story of the young man and the wise man?" Michael shook his head. Peter continued, "Listen, my guy, I will tell you the story today. Just pay attention and learn from this story. Once upon a time, a young man caught a chicken. He wanted to test the wisdom of a great wise man in the village. He held the chicken behind his back and said, 'Wise man, is the chicken alive or dead?' He thought to himself, 'If the wise man says the chicken is alive, I will crush it and show him it is dead. If he says it is dead, I will bring it out alive and prove him wrong.'" Michael listened carefully. Peter continued slowly. The wise man looked at him for a long time, then said, "Young man, whether the chicken is alive or dead is in your hands." Peter turned to Michael and looked him in the eyes. "Your life is that chicken." Michael felt his chest tighten. Peter continued, "People will laugh at your shoes. People will ignore your efforts. People will pretend not to see your pain. But whether you stay down or rise again is in your hands." Silence fell again. But this time, it wasn't heavy. It was awakening. Michael looked at his shoes. Yes, they were worn out. Yes, they were old. But they had carried him through every struggle and every storm. The next morning, before leaving the house, he stood up and prayed to his God in heaven and asked him for direction. After the prayer and determination, he began to see himself differently. He didn't see the cleaner. He didn't see the man people ignored. He saw someone who was still standing. And he said to himself, "The chicken is in my hands." That day after work, he didn't go home to sleep away the pain. He walked to the public library. He signed up for free online teaching lessons. He studied at night, little by little. No one knew. No one praised him. No applause. Just progress. Weeks turned into months. One day, he saw a notice. community center needs volunteer tutors. His hands shook, but he signed his name. The first day he taught a child how to read. The child smiled, proud and bright. And in that moment, Michael understood. A man is not defined by what he has, but by what he refuses to give up on. He still cleaned floors, but now he wore different and great shoes, and each step had a purpose. He wrote several books that people still read to this day, because he finally learned whether the chicken lives or dies is in your hands. Whether your life rises or falls is also in your hands. If this story touched your heart, share it with someone who needs to hear it, and drop a comment to encourage one another. This is Beyond Stories, where every story reminds you, as long as you are still breathing, your story is not over. Subscribe for more inspiring stories.